Yesterday I had my first FPV flight with the DJI FPV. Absolutely crazy fun, really enjoyed it. Today's fun is going to be setting up the motion controller. So got to get it linked to the drone and then I can get out and start playing. So let's get it sorted. Hello, I'm Ian, I play with drones, and as I said, this week I'm playing with the DJI FPV. Had an insane amount of fun yesterday with my first FPV flight. Wasn't too long, only about 6.5, 7 minutes of proper flying, but it was the first cycle charge of the battery, so I do hope that's going to get a little bit better. Also, I was kind of pushing it, flying at top speed in sports mode for most of the flight, and that of course is going to eat up the battery as well. But today what I want to try and do is link up the motion controller with the drone so I can get out. The idea of the motion controller is that it does away with the remote control and you control everything with this. It's got internal accelerometers and the like, so it knows when it's lifting up or turning, and you can increase the speed with the trigger, and you've got a few buttons to do most of the controls. So the first thing we're going to do, as I said, is actually link the motion controller to the drone. So with everything switched on, what we're going to do is just a single long press till it starts. There we go. It starts going up like that. Now it's in pairing mode. Then with the power button here, again with it on, you're going to press and hold that. Single press. Makes a bleep. You've got those different lights. Yeah. Okay, and that should actually be it. Now I was just looking in the goggles. Yeah, right, look, let's try. So I'm not sure if that's going to come out. Hopefully it will. That's the GoPro stuffed up against the lens. What it's basically saying is that the motion controller is not yet activated. So with the phone connected to the goggles through the USB out, you have to open up the Fly app. Only do this once to set it up. Right, I'm going to activate it first, then I'm going to update the firmware. So let's activate it. Yes, I agree. As before, when you're doing an update of firmware, always good to do it inside. You need good internet access so it can download the package from the internet and then upload it to whatever device it is that's being updated. It can easily take a good 3, 4, 5 minutes to download, and well, yesterday the main drone, it took 40 minutes to update the firmware, which I was a bit surprised at. Hopefully this isn't going to be quite as long. Okay, that was actually a lot quicker. That was literally only about 3 or 4 minutes. So then when you've got the Go Fly and it's saying motion controller firmware installed, you know you're all good to go. Right, all charged up, and considering how little battery we have, let's get on with it. So the idea is we put goggles on. Right.
Keep your head straight.
I've got to look up. Okay, it was pointed out in yesterday's video that I'd spent a lot of time looking down, so which is going to mess up the transmission. So yeah, today I'll try and look up a bit more. Anyway, right, this is supposed to be quite intuitive. You have the lock button, which is landing and taking off. You have the mode button, which I'm still going to be sticking. I'll probably start off in manual, not manual, that's the last thing I want to do. I want to start off in normal rather, and then I might get up to sports mode. We'll see how I go. That's the brake. We have the record, we've got the gimbal tilt going along there, and we have the speed, and then basically everything else is as you turn it. So let's see what there's a little square at the bottom, so that
does that move as you move the joystick?
Yeah, it does.
What's the preferred term for it?
What's that? This is the motion controller.
Motion controller.
I can show you that. Might do a bit of footage with the GoPro poked in the goggles later. So, but for now, okay. The motors have started, that's fine. Press and hold the lock button to take off. So it's very intuitive. It's got little messages on the so it's got a little, it's very, very cool actually.
Keep your head up.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Haha. So what I want to try and do so as I move it, right, okay, that's cool, thank you Ted. Right, let's focus on I press the brake. So you've got the brake button and you can press the brake and then it'll just stop. Okay. Press the brake button to cancel. So you got the little circle, that's cool. And then if I go up, I press the accelerator. There's a little plane. Let's stay away from the little plane. Okay. Right. I'm gonna okay, let's see how we fly in normal mode initially. Alright, okay, that makes sense. So now I can remember in some arcade you had the joystick for, I don't know whether it was a race car or helicopter or something. You go down, lift up, you go up. Right, that all makes sense. You know, I have to say actually, if you had never used joysticks before, you'd actually find this a bit more intuitive, I think. Do a quick bank. There we go. Down a bit. Oh, this makes perfect sense. Very good. Scaring those birds again. Well, this is very, very intuitive. It's you lift it up, you go up. Lift it down, you go down. Knock it to the left, you do a bank to the left. Knock it to the right, you can chase that pigeon. And it goes right. Scare all the birds again. Over the tree. Okay, this is very, very, very intuitive. And everywhere you go, you've got a little circle in the middle of crosshairs that makes it clear where you're aiming. This is way better than the remote, to be honest. Right, let's go. Let's pause. So one thing you do have to, if you want to pause and take your goggles off, it's best to press the brake button. There we go. Now it's paused. And then you can take your hands off the wheel, so to speak. So yeah, that's pretty impressive actually. Right, let's try it in sports mode. Yeah. Press the brake button again. And off we go. Wow, wow. Oh, birds galore. There's a huge difference between sports mode and normal mode. This is really good. Up, don't hit the ground. Alright, I'm going round, Stu. Just follow the follow the noise. This time I am facing it and I'm keeping my head up. See, if when I go back to that same position where I lost control yesterday, where I lost the signal yesterday, this time my head is up and I'm facing in the right direction. Just make sure I'm facing, yes I am. No, he's still, there we go, image transition weak. So it still doesn't like those trees. That's quite funny. 480 meters. Right, brake, go up. Try and go up a little bit. Go up higher. That's better. I do love the way there's this big H that always tells you where the home point is. It's gliding around. Okay. This is so intuitive. Right, just before I lose some battery, because I'm on 31% battery, what I'm going to do is come back. I'm going to pause it. And oh, bollocks to you.
Is that low battery?
Yeah. Damn, that battery is just, it's not good. It's counting down, 23, 22. All right, if you keep Ted away, keep him there. Okay.
Well, at least you've been trying to land it.
Yeah, with that.
The motion controller.
So yeah, this makes perfect sense. It's that was absolutely my first time using it. Again, you know, like the flight yesterday, it was absolutely the first time I've used it, and it's incredibly intuitive. If you have ever played an arcade game and basically you're flying the spaceships with a joystick, then this is going to make perfect sense for you. Getting to know where the buttons are, the tilt for the gimbal, and the like. But I mean, yeah, you basically got the gimbal tilt, and you've got the brake. They're the two things you really need to remember. I've already got it set to auto record on takeoff, which is a handy little setting. You'd certainly have to get used to lifting it up, down, and moving it around. So, yeah, again, I wish off goes Ted, bark, bark, bark. Yeah, I'm certainly glad I've got those two more batteries on order though. Yet again, I'll have to go in and see how much flight time I had. I was not hooning around too much though, and there's no doubt the short battery life is a little bit disappointing. But then I guess I've got a bit spoilt by the Mini and the Air 2 with their 31-minute flight time and not flying like an absolute hoon and wearing the battery out. So, but anyway, look, there we go. First impressions of this. A really useful addition. Obviously the FPV is a completely different drone to the Mavics, and I would actually argue this makes more sense than having the remote control. Anyway, super quick video today. As ever, hope you're liking this sort of stuff. Give me another little thumbs up if you can, and sub, ding dong, get notified, all of that sort of nonsense. Either way, until next time, you have fun, stay safe and sane, happy flying.